Andiamo, we're in a rush, Vinny. Let's get going.
Vinny, our show starts soon. We go live soon. Let's get our espressos.
Vinny, I got a good idea. Today, we're going to use the AI new espresso machine because we're in a hurry. We got to go. Okay, we go live soon. Hey, I need a double espresso and I need it fast.
And what is the magic word?
The magic word? Huh? I need a double espresso, please.
I don't like your tone, Davide. It's the way you say it.
What? Are you serious? You don't like my tone of voice? Darling, I need a double espresso, please. Okay, now it's coming. Okay, let's see what happens. I tell you, it's like I'm ready to pull it out and this.
Your digital ID has been rejected due to your social credit score.
My digital ID? My digital ID is going to be revoked because I don't have a good social credit score? Huh? What do you mean I don't have a good social credit score? You don't like my personality now.
Order declined.
Oh, so you're going to shut me down through the whole network of machines. I can't even get an espresso with this thing. I want old school, okay? Siciliano style. I don't know about this new world communication stuff, Vinny. Come on, we'll get our espressos, we go eat outside.
Mi spiace, devo andare via, ma sapevo che era una bugia. Quanto tempo perso dietro a lui, che promette poi non cambia mai.
Welcome to Espresso with Vinny, podcast number 9. This is Vinny, my pit bull, and I am David, your host. Okay, in Europa, a lot of people ask, what do you do with the dogs? Do you cut them, the testicles, or do you allow the dog to have his pelotas and grow up and be macho, right? I'm going to kind of leave it up to you to understand what the best decision is, okay? I have my personal thoughts, but that doesn't mean it's your lifestyle. I know a lot of dog trainers, a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of veterinarians, a lot of have discussed too many dogs in the world. Cut them, forget it, don't talk about it. 4 months old, they get their vaccinations, you cut them, done. And I see their point. But here's my point. They're also not being honest that testosterone the dog needs, okay? If they don't get it, it stunts, it's like a puberty blocker. They get their balls cut too early, they don't develop. You don't get this nice head, the big head, right? So you have to be very careful about when you decide to do these things with these dogs. On the other hand, you don't cut them early. Sometimes they get a stronger personality. You have the window period to do it, and they can get very, bravo, we say, right? So aggressivo, but that doesn't mean they will. I have found personally from my clients that when they have their dogs cut, most of them are regretting it because it didn't change the dog's personality. Still hyperactive. Now, let's look at some of the medical cons of it. The bone marrow cancer problems when you cut them early. They don't tell you about this. So a lot of these things are using as a scare tactic because they're trying to avoid getting too many dogs in the world. And I understand it's cruel. You don't want too many dogs in the world, but there's not enough good dog owners. But on the other hand, if you really do take care of your dog, watch your dog, and they're not out running in the streets, and you've owned many dogs that have never impregnated another dog, maybe you're not going to do it. So here's the thing. If you do cut them, you have to cut them early to have any chance of affecting the personality. If you wait and let them develop and get healthier and look like a dog, right? If you want it to be a cane masculino, a macho, a strong, aggressive male, and you don't want him to be a cane feminile, they say in Eastern Europe, the Savoca Suka, you want a dog to be strong, you're going to have to let them develop and not cut them until he's at least a year old. But it's not going to affect the personality, most likely. Rarely does it do it. But at least they won't impregnate a dog, but you wait till full development. I personally, because I work with dogs, I don't care. I don't use these excuses. I handle behavior very well. I personally don't cut the testicles because I know the behavior and I can handle any of the behaviors. So that's my personal opinion. I like to keep them on, get full development. Diet is number one. So if you're worried about cancers, it's more about getting off kibble. A lot of people ask me cooked food versus raw food. Again, it's up to you how clean the food you can get. It's really what it comes down to. I cook for Vinny. I do bison, I do eggs, and I do chicken, all organic, okay? Regardless of what you do with the dogs, you have to supplement minerals and vitamins. A lot of these veterinarians they've never even heard of using it because typical Western medicine, they say, oh, it's a medical thing, keep the pharmaceutical companies going, or it's a surgery. They completely deny nutrients. I like to get human grade chelated minerals, high quality powder form. If you want to mix it in a high quality kibble or a freeze dried dry process, air dried, like raw diet, or cook for the dog and mix them in, do it. You have to add something slowly in mineral content because magnesium can be a laxative, don't forget. But especially pit bulls and certain climates, dogs that have allergies, the white fur underneath here, problems, they can get hot spots, so can the German Shepherd. So remember to always get the mineral supplement because that's what you need for your immunity. I have no idea what's happened in the veterinarian schools. Biochemistry, nutrients are 100% accurate. They're on this planet for a reason. The creator made them. It boosts your immune system. It's a natural way of doing it. The dogs are healthy. You know, it's East medicine versus West medicine. You've got to wake up and start doing some research yourselves, okay? But this is what I do for my own dog. I don't clip his nuts, but I'm going to tell you a true story. It's very funny. I went to a man one time. I can't mention names, but his last name is Italiano, Rufino. So you have to be kind of sensitive. When people tell him, you know, he told me a previous dog trainer told him, you got to cut his nuts or I won't work with you. You own a pit bull. And he said he got very upset with the dog trainer that told him to do that. And he said, why would you want me to cut his nuts? He explained why. And his reply was, you know, you can prevent a lot of things. I can cut your fucking head off and you won't get a brain tumor either. So it's a true story. I love the story, but it's a true story. So be careful about just thinking, you know, you can cut all the body parts off and you'll never get cancer on those body parts, right? I mean, let's look into maybe some Eastern practices of like herbs and healthy eating and some good nutrients, and the dog lives a good, happy life and doesn't get cancer. Okay? So, yeah. Let's get on with some more topics in the show. Good, Vinny. Next topic. We're going to talk about avoidance training and distraction. I personally don't believe in it. And I hear it as we've normalized stupidity. We need to raise the bar up, back up, because it was up at high levels at one time. We need to raise the bar back up for dog training. Dog training used to be, I want to train dog. Okay, you gave it 10, 12 commands. It did them like this. Hand signal, snap of the finger. 200 meters away. The dog did it. It was done. We didn't rely on food. We didn't rely on shock collars. Competitions around the world for dog training still are at those high levels. I want you to know that avoiding something or trying to distract, because I hear some of the little millennial and the little squeezy Gen Z and X's out there, whatever you guys want to call each other, the power of 3 plus whatever crap. Your problem is avoiding is what you've done all your own lives in your personal life. The real generation of training dogs, it's like saying, I want to learn algebra, but I'm going to avoid the math books. I'm going to avoid my professor. How in the hell are you going to learn it? Get out there and present the problem to the dog in doses, as I explained in many of my shows. You don't flood them, which is just pushing all of them in overdrive. You dose it to them little by little. and get them to understand the reaction that should be correct. Okay? The pleasant experience can be you in control and you being affectionate with tones of voice and body language. Not making a pleasant experience to eat the gelato snack. Okay? What I see, it's like, it's like the way you train your kids today in America. Oh, let's go to the candy shop. They had a bad day. It's a distraction. It was good to eat it. Now the kid's all bouncing on sugar, but it still didn't solve the problem. Solve the problem. Okay? Normalizing stupidity, enough of it. Bring the bar back up. If you can't find a dog trainer that knows how to do it right, you're better off not doing it at all because they're just going to screw up your dog. Besides, you're going to burn a lot of cash. So if you have a lot of cash to burn, go ahead and do it, but the dog will still be frustrated. So that's our podcast number 9. I'm going to see you guys next week with more good knowledge, more little stories. Stay away from that creepy AI, okay? This shit's going to come after us.